Alrighty, howdy, hey there folks, hope you're doing well tonight, hope you're doing amazing tonight. We have in front of us some more Elden Ring, and we're going to be practicing more on getting our no-hits down. Right now we're currently sitting at 2 hits overall for the entirety of our run, which honestly, can't complain about that. That's honestly really, like, that is pretty fucking good for the most part. But hopefully we can keep that number down. Last time we left off, we had gotten done with our major bosses for the run, essentially, or more or less like our gatekeeping bosses. At this point in time, we are officially on our way into Landell proper. And in Landell proper, we shall hopefully, be kicking some solid... Ooh, it's actually raining here. I don't think that happens often enough. I really like it when it rains in Elden Ring. It's really pretty. It really is. But either way, that's kind of where we're sitting right now. Running into a bush on accident. GG's. So, yeah. At this point in time, we're essentially... We probably won't end up leveling up a weapon anything past what we currently have. At least currently in mind. We might end up doing that. I'm not 100% sure about that just yet. But the thing is kind of, if we do end up deciding to do that, it's kind of questionable on whether or not we should. I'm thinking in this case we might end up just trying our weapon out at the current level it's at and seeing how it goes. It could go super well. It could. There's also totally a chance that it's completely stupid and fucking batshit insane that I'm doing it at the level that I'm doing it at, and it bites me in the ass heavily. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Honestly, right now, as far as it stands at least, it's really probably just fine for us to have our weapon only at a plus 14 going forward here at least. And I'm still kind of questioning it. I don't really know if there's a good enough reason to swap the balls into a... or swap the balls into Starfists. While the Starfists do have status condition proccing, I'm just not really sure if that's a good enough reason to do that. Oh, also I completely forgot to do the thing that I'm supposed to do here. Where is it? See, this is how out of practice I am right now. Nice and lovely. Wonderful. There we go. I do believe that does actually affect whether or not the giants, like, aggro incredibly hard to me. Yeah, it does actually affect them at least a little bit. And, I mean, in this case, there's really not a good enough reason as to not use Assassin's Gambit running through this area, just because, yeah, it keeps me slightly more protected. I think we'll need one more Assassin's Gambit in a minute here. Because of Big Dick McGee over here. Okay, so there is one thing actually here. I think I might do a little early. If I Cragblade here... Because here's the thing, is I've been Cragblading closer to him recently. If I Cragblade here, Assassin's Gambit here, run up to the boss... I don't know if I have enough time to hot swap into, whatchamacallit here. But it's fine because I have a majority of my buffing right now. Alright, big meaty chunkers. There we go. Yeah, you know what? I would say that's a fine strategy. That's a fine strategy right there. I think that works. After all, I mean, we put the boss in the dirt, and it worked out pretty damn well. So, yeah, I think that does exactly what we need it to. We'll need to swap my kit off. Longbow, Occult Rapier, yep, that's pretty much what I need in my off hands. I don't think we have a talisman worth putting off. No, not right now. Okay, cool. Let's do a quick level up, and then we'll go ahead and start doing our Lanedell rundown, pretty much. I think at this point, it's pretty much mostly just strength is all we need. Everything else is kind of secondary to what we're doing, at least. We're just shy of another level. Do we have any extra runes? Yes, we do. Okay, how much was that shy of? 300k, essentially. Alright, I know it's a bit wasteful, but fuck it. Better to waste 1200k than 12k. Because there is a good chance here that I end up doing a quick warp out or two. And, I mean, I know it's only one more level, but that's still one more level that I can easily grab. So, fuck it. I should probably make sure that my counter works properly here. Not currently, no. I need to make sure it's active. There we go. Now it is definitely active. Okay, cool. Actually, I think for the time being, because running through this area, it's not really about using your weaponry. There is obviously the Tree Guardian that we're going to be running into at the bottom of Lanedell here in a minute, but that's not really a situation we have to think about just yet. Once we're down there, then we can do a quick hot swap and setup for the Tree Guardian that's down there. But for the time being, it's really just about, well, being stealthy and running through the area and not getting fucked up. So. Or, you know, putting on the knight. That's also a strategy. Right. It's weird where their aggro kicks in, frankly, in my opinion. Because, like, sometimes it kind of just feels like they aggro regardless of whatever your choice is. And it's kind of like, it is what it is-ish. Also, something I realized last time is that I could actually use this rooftop instead. And it's, like, technically slightly safer. Because I can hop across here, and then I get the same route, but without triggering any extra enemies. And, like, okay, well, there's one imp right there, but, like, that still was arguably safer than the Bubble Boys. The bubble-blowing Bubble Babies are not a good thing to be triggering, so... I probably don't even need to really reapply the stealth at that point right there. I just kind of do it because, well, it makes me feel safer. What is this right here, actually? Is this a stone of a variety? No, it's money. Okay, cool. I would technically like more stones to get myself more leveled up. But at the same time, it's kind of one of those things of like, do you really need it? Is it really going to make a massive difference? In most cases, if the answer is no, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be fucking around with it. So, alright, reapply stealth. I know you can just kind of sneak around this guy if you just crouch walk on over through the area, but I don't know. It's one of those ones where I just kind of prefer to just play it slow and safe than to dick around with the circumstances. Actually, my balls need to be here, and this needs to be the seal. I wasn't going to go above and beyond for the tree guardian that's over here, but I don't know. Fuck it. Is kind of the thought process. Is that enough for that? No, it's not. Okay. I don't really need to do that much to deal with this tree guardian that's chilling over here. It just, you know, it's a little thing that I can do to make this fight go slightly faster and slightly safer. That was kind of a bad roll. Yeah, that honestly was kind of a bad roll. Like, it doesn't matter because it's dead now, but still. Little circumstances. And that's one of those fights, I think, that technically is easier with the Zweihander because of the range on the weapon. It's not outright required, it is, in fact, a little bit easier because of it. So... I'm going to swap these around, because I'd rather have that in my main hand for always being able to stealth. Actually, I forget how this game works sometimes. There we go. And last thing I want to do here is actually just do a quick warp on the point, so we get a restock of all of our shit that we just expended. But we don't have to worry about Melina stopping in to be like, did you remember to take your vitamins today? It's like, yes, I did. Nice and stealthy. Reapply. I know the effect lasts longer than I'm reapplying for, but, like, it's one of those things of, like, just do it if you can, in case you accidentally make the mistake of forgetting to do it. I found, at least in terms of what goes on in life, there's a lot of small things that people take for granted, that if you don't just consistently do it, even if it's kind of tedious, even if it's kind of dumb, it can feel dumb at least. It's good to always kind of keep track of those things and always try to redo them, because it's how you kind of form lasting habits And at the same time, it's also kind of how you keep up with things that you would otherwise drop the ball on. Because if you let slip something small, then there's no guarantee that you won't slip on something else that's also slightly larger, maybe slightly bigger than what you just got done doing. It's a way of training good habits, more or less, I think, that I keep pretty close to heart. Okay. This should be made really damn easy by the fact that we have stealth tech. Like, while these guys trigger and everything, they don't usually trigger nearly fast enough for it to be a problem. Reapply, so that way I don't run out of it by the time I reach the top. Yeah, those guys barely even aggro. And the other thing, too, is the ones that did aggro to us good and proper, they're probably not going to make it up here in time to actually, like, ooh, almost slipped right off the ledge there. That would have been dumb. That would have been really dumb, actually. Okay. Alright, balls in our offhand. Alright, there we go. Alright, chug. Golden. Flame. Crag on my balls. And away we go. Alright, run forward. He didn't aggro the way we wanted him to, so we just kind of have to eat it. Hey, Star! How goes the practice? Well, as far as the stands right now, we're at 2 hits for the entire run. So, you know, going from 26 to 2, not too bad. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and reapply this. We have our 4th talisman slot, and yet again I have a question of what the fuck do I put there? No, actually, like, I still have a question as to what do I actually put there. I guess I could... I still forgot to learn if Warrior Jar Shard actually does what I think it does when it comes to this. If Warrior Jar Shard applies to Cragblade, then that's cooking. But if it doesn't do that, then there's no point, I guess. Is kind of what I'm thinking right now. Really good. Yeah, no joke, right? Like, honestly, like, it's a pretty big improvement. I think in our, like, most successful run so far, we probably had about maybe 5, 8 hits by this point, and the fact that we're sitting where we're sitting does not suck. Just slip right on by. Fucking got him, El Bozo and Bambino. Thought that was stones for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, I forget if we get Melina spawn here. No, okay, luckily this is the point where the game's like, okay, you didn't want to talk to her the first time, then fine, whatever. Alright. I think at this point we have everything that we need to, roughly. I think so, at least. Hey, hey, kitten. Yeah, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. We're kind of cooking, more or less. I hate buffing outside of the arena like this, because very often the buffs wear off too fast. But whatever, I'm gonna go for it and we're gonna see what happens. Alright, run away. Run from the old man. Roll, roll, roll. He jumps. We slap his cheek sideways, unfortunately with the fucking punish. Ah, that's so annoying, actually. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take that as an opportunity to... No. I'm gonna take that as an opportunity to reset the situation. That was not supposed to happen that way. If we had gotten the punish good and proper, then I could have maybe made room for it, and it could have maybe happened. Now, the good news about doing it this way is that, technically speaking, now we can go into the actual arena and do our buffing. We have a lot of buffing to do. I'm going to probably do 2 of them right here, and then save the other 2 for inside the arena. There we go. Immediate spear, okay, sure. Alright, beat that old man senseless. Beautiful. And that is an old man put in the fucking grave. Oh, baby. Oh, mama. No breathing today, old man. Get that life alert out. Wait. I've fallen and I can't get up. Good night. Sleepy. Sleep tight. I feel better. Considering the number of hits he fucking gave us on our run. Yeah, that felt good. That felt good.
By the thorn, a husk, the only way and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide you.
Beautiful. Alright, back to East Capital. We'll level up here, and then it's Mountaintops. And the good news about Mountaintops is that with Mountaintops, we essentially get to take all of our weapons up to a plus 18 at that point. Or at least our main weapons up to plus 18. I did, in fact, do that, yes. There we go. I don't know, again, I really don't know if Wario Jar Shard did anything there for me, but I'm gonna guess it did. Because it makes me feel better. Oh, weird, I forgot to send the elevator back up? That's kind of dumb. Quick save quit here helps the situation out. It speeds up the elevator, at least. At least it should. If I remember how the Soulsborne works. Yay! I remembered! Okay. Oh, yes. Stealthy. Sneaky, yeah. Okay, cool. There we go. So I wasn't sure yet, because I know I've been playing an absolute shit ton of it lately, and I'm like on the fence about whether or not I actually want to put it into streaming. Because the problem is like, well, kind of a couple problems, I guess, but like, the main one off the top of my head is just when it comes to multiplayer games in general, my ability to talk with other people, or talk with chat and whatnot, kind of becomes non-existent. That being said, I could, in theory, start streaming Marvel Rivals, since I've been playing legitimately so much of it lately. Oof. So much of it lately. And I'm just kind of like, maybe I do. The other thing too, I guess, is that I'd probably want to clear it with y'all, because I don't want to like put it on camera. If you Kitten, Star, and Asmarai and everybody wasn't comfortable with it, I'd prefer not to put that position out there unless it was cleared. So, but I mean, like, I don't know. It's definitely. I know I've been playing an absolute shit ton of it lately. I've been having a lot of fun with it, frankly. There's those lads. That guy's not even paying attention. We'd love to see it. Think everyone would be fine with it? Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, like, hey, if that's the case, then, like, awesome. I would be, like, super happy for it. I accidentally triggered the bowman, too. Hopefully that doesn't get me fucked. I have to, like, keep an extra eye out for the bowman. Alright, wait, did the horse knight trigger after? He tried to. Fucking goofball. I still would prefer to ask, admittedly, just because it matters to me. Like, y'all's opinion on it matters to me. At the same time, too, it's kind of one of those things of, like, I don't want to just make everything broadcasted, I guess. Because, like, I don't know, like, I really, it's been really nice just being able to play a game with you all, just having fun like that. Like, it does mean a lot to me. Oh. But at the same time, too, it's, I don't know, like, it's the commitment to streaming and whatnot. It's like, I want to keep it up, and I don't want to drop the ball on it. I'm having fun streaming still, it's just, yeah. Yeah. Alright, reapply this, and then goo. I'm going to try and work a little bit more on my tanking. Well, obviously, like, I've been doing that, clearly. At the same time, though, it's admittedly really hard not to just squirrel on my girl. Because, you know, funny acorn gun goes burr. And, like, I get a shit ton of damage every single time I do it and whatnot. And, like, I don't know how much it contributes to the team. Just me squirreling girl every single time. But I want to say it does something. I want to say Squirreling Girl does a lot. So, throwing nuts goes hard. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling. Like, the throwing nuts does in fact seem to be doing some work. And, like, it does seem to not only be a nuisance, but, like, a very effective one. While the penny mines and whatnot can be really effective, I just don't think it's as effective as Squirreling Girl. Now, that being said, I gotta work on my short range. My short range shots need a lot of work. They need more work. Right. To the mountaintops we go! Okay, do I need this grace over here? I guess I technically don't, because I plan to level up when I actually make it to the top of the mountain. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. We'll probably use the Lord's Rune in this case to actually, like, get the upgrade materials. I guess with where I'm standing right now on level up materials and whatnot, and what I have available to me, I'll probably... Okay, that bird almost attacked me. That would have been super unfortunate. Go. Beautiful. There is apparently a bird that wishes to do harm to my butthole. I was about to accidentally warp back to table, and that would have been really fucking unfortunate considering the amount of distance I've covered. Without getting a single grace, I mean. That would have been pretty bad. I've been trying to do that for sure. The squirrel ult, I don't really know if the squirrel ult is really that efficient or good. Like, Squirrel Girl's ult feels really like it's niche, I think, is kind of my feeling on it. Because, like, the couple times that I've gotten my best kills on it were usually in a boxy area where the squirrels bounce back and forth, back and forth. Like the little tube on the... I forget the name of the map, but it's the one where it's a payload package. And it's the... I don't know if it's a Venom symbiote or whatever it is, but, like, that shit. And there's, like, the huge carcass you ride through to move the point. That seems to be a pretty damn effective area of actually, like, getting some murder. But, like, if it's a straight line, and, like, the squirrels can't bounce off the walls and go back and forth, it's not a very effective ult. It generally doesn't feel like it does a lot of damage, from what I've done of it. Which, I guess, to be fair, it does, like, I think I get it pretty fast. I get it really, really fast for the most part. But, like, Squirrel Girl is definitely one of those ones that helps other characters get the pick, as opposed to being the character that gets the pick. I mean, she does get a plentiful amount of picks, I think, just off of, like, finishing off other people's kills. But, like, usually speaking, I feel like her ability is more in that. Going in a straight line to add a little more pressure. Yeah. I think Squirrel Girl's ult is... Junkrat of Rivals, random bombs everywhere. Okay, in that case, I'm not really sure on that reference, because I never played Overwatch. I never played Overwatch, so I wouldn't really know on that one. Stupid fucking dragon. I'm gonna get immediately karmaed on that one. Borealis is gonna, like, breathe icy hot up my butthole, and it's gonna be really unfortunate when it happens. Just bounce your bombs in a weirder ultimate. Fair enough. I don't need this bell bearing, do I? No, I really don't. I don't really need that sacred tear either, admittedly, but I figure if I'm in the area, I might as well. +5 flask, I mean, seems more than enough, frankly. I don't even really need the +5 flask. It technically does a thing, question mark. That feels risky going for that every single time. Oh, this is so interesting. Thank you, Torrent, for the fucking wacky doober. What the fuck was that, Torrent? What the fuck was that, Torrent? Ugh, Torrent. Torrent's out here torrenting again. Hey, Morgot. How you doing, buddy? Sorry for blowing your back out like 10 minutes ago. That was my bad. The good news is you had your life alert on, so, like, you know, it worked out. You know, in theory, your life alert will probably take a couple of days. Hope you're doing well tonight, man. Welcome to the chat. I know I don't need the map. but my OCD tells me I need the map. Okay? Alright. Alright. Are we understood? Okay. Destroy America and you'll be happy? Wait, America? Wait, actually, wait, hang on. Lore-wise, Morgott. I don't think America hates I don't think Morgott hates America. I don't remember that actually being the case for the lore. Is that actually the case? Because I don't remember that. Oh, we got a bad hand RNG day. Okay. Alright, that's cool. Nice. I love it when the hand decides that it wants to fuck me. That's really cool. That's a good day right there. Yay. Woohoo. Alright, let's go level up our weapons. I guess in this case, we don't really need to level up both. We just need to level up our balls. Yeah, we probably just need to level up balls for right now, admittedly. Alright, we're at a plus 14 on balls. Okay, alright. We can get up to a plus 19 right now with balls, then. Which is... it's something. Okay. I think we need 6 here, right? Yeah, it's 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Alright, hey, we can use the old man to get us some more runes. America hate Morgott 100%, but Morgott hate America just because he protect the Erd Tree. I could maybe see resentment. I could see that. I could see that, potentially. What is it? We need... I think we need... No, never mind. We actually need the full 12. Okay. Alright, there we go. Because, like, I feel like Morgott's case, lore-wise, Morgott feels indebted to Grace.
Oh, don't pay me, just lay out.
And, like, it doesn't entirely make a ton of sense, but at the same time, it's also kind of a perspective of, like, an abuse victim is kind of what it comes down to when it comes to Morgott. And how you handle trauma and how you handle being victimized and abused. Like, how that pays off and how that works out. We could pop this now. And I think I will, because that's extra levels that I could have. So I think I'm going to take that. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that did a lot for me. Alright, I'm going to spend that little bit of extra dosh then on some more stones, so that way we can get the Zweihander closer to destination. The Zwei... What is the Zwei at, actually, currently? Hang on. Zwei's at a 13 right now. So we're on our 15, so we need 10. 10 5s. Ten 5s, and then the rest can go into 6s. And if I fuck that up, I mean, oh well, like, I just know that I've either I've underhanded it, so we should be fine. Alright, back to the foot of the forge, and away we go. Time to go kill a fire giant. I'm pretty confident that Balls clears this really easily. Like, I'm pretty confident in that fact, but, like, we'll see. See how it goes. Right. Sleeping pots. Well, we don't need them yet. We don't technically need them yet. Like, I know there's some shit you can do with sleeping pots on Fire Giant, but I really don't personally care enough. I believe this is roughly close enough. Alright, dirty my balls. There we go. There we go. Oh no, we 110% love our Chad in this household. Not enough to stun. Okay. Whew. Okay, mama. This was improv to all hell. Yeah, that was improv. Holy shit. That was not... That was not a good fight. That was not how that was supposed to go at all, but, I mean, whatever, we'll take it. Okay. We got away with it, too, but, like, that was highly not... That was incorrect. That was just not how that was supposed to go, so... No, we 110% stand behind Godfrey for the most part. Like, legit biggest homie of all of Elden Ring, frankly. Like, if there were ever, like... I don't know, like, I'm trying to kind of think it through fully. I'm pretty confident Godfrey wins the Best Parent Award. Like, I don't think there's anything about him that's, like, outright, like, bad. Not outright, I believe. I think the one thing that you could technically say about Godfrey is that he is essentially... He's low-key just a warmongerer to a certain extent. Because, like, he does, in fact, live for the battle. And that is fact about him. But, like, at the same time, it's kind of one of those things of, like, take what you will about him. Okay. I was gonna go buy some extra pot. You know what? We probably don't need it. We probably don't need it. We're probably fine. I do probably not want to use balls against the Godskin duo. Or if I'm gonna use balls against them, I want to probably actually set up with blood grease instead. Because, like, strike damage is just not very good against them. So that would be the one thing here.
I have longed this world and death. Are you to commit? Very let my hand.
You know what? You know what? Let me choose not to be stupid here. I am gonna go get the couple extra pots. Like 2 extra pots in this case, probably. Because neither of them take me a shit ton of time to get. And it really makes no sense for me to deny myself that ability when I could have more pots to possibly protect me from not having enough to deal with a Godskin duo. Like, I don't see that happening, but at the same time, why leave it open to interpretation when I could just easily just leave it off the table? So, do that, and do that. Beautiful. Cool. I always forget what the items are specifically on this run right here, but I know at least a handful of them are useful. You're from Europe? That's cool, Morgott. Nice. We actually have quite a couple viewers that are from Europe, and also a couple that are from not Spain specifically, but like other countries roughly around the same area. I have quite a couple different viewers, admittedly, from different parts of the world. Why did I get this grace? I don't normally get this grace. No, that's really cool, though. And I guess where you're from. I'm gonna say probably not, admittedly, considering there's quite a few places that it could ultimately be. Okay, I need that guy to trigger too. There we go. So I guess if I had to have some kind of guess, I'm gonna guess in this case it has to be a country that is. Well, here's the thing, because I have a couple that are definitely night owls, admittedly, so I'm not entirely sure. But if I had to roughly guess, English-speaking country, which honestly, your English is pretty decent for the most part overall. So English-speaking country. On top of that, you're awake right now. You're not necessarily... you've not gone to bed just yet. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. There's quite a couple answers that could potentially be the circumstance here. That's because you have no sleep time. Did I seriously make that mistake again? I've done this too many damn times to not... Like, I knew better. So it's kind of crazy that I make that mistake. Like, I know rolling doesn't carry you nearly far enough to make this jump. Alright, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. In this case, I'm probably not gonna be able to answer, because I'm really not sure. Thing is there's a lot of potential answers here, bud. I mean, if I had to give, I guess, like, a potential three to work off of, I guess off rip, I would probably say if you're close or not. Alright, well, I'm going to give 3 answers, and if it's not one of them, then I'm probably done playing the guessing game at that point, but... Okay. Alright, would Spain happen to be one of them? Germany? I don't feel like the UK would probably be correct in this case. I don't think that would be correct. So I'm not going to say the UK. Spain, Germany, or let's say Austria. There we go. That's my three choices. You bet he's Polish, Randall? Hey, Randall. How you doing tonight, buddy? It's good seeing you. Wait, can I put blood grease on these without having to swap the ting around for them? I might be able to, yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I can do that. If I can, awesome. Yes, I can. Cool. All right. And I immediately removed it on accident. Whoops. Okay. 36K. It's next to Germany. Okay, gotcha. And just to double check with you... Austria was not... No, that doesn't sound right. Well, you've piqued my curiosity. Where do you reside, I guess? Oh, right, I need sleeping pots still. Actually, that in mind, let me put my bleed grease right there, and then we'll go ahead and do sleeping pots there. He's Danish. I guess that's possible. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm pretty much as ready as I can be for this. Alright, Sleepy 1, Sleepy 2, we love to see it! Golden Vow. Flame. Two-hand, bleed on my balls. Focus the big man. Beautiful. He did not sleep. This is most unfortunate. There's a sleep. Beautiful. Okay, not bad. Easy win. And by easy win, I kind of technically don't mean an actual easy win. I mean, the gods can come out and fuck you up if you're just not lucky with it. But yeah, that worked out. Gaming this run? I feel like I am in fact gaming this run, yes. Thank you very much, Star. Alright, let's go back to table, and I think at this point we're going to go ahead and pivot into these Y-hander. I think that's pretty much the plan here. This Y-hander's at a plus 13, so we have plenty of stones to buy for it. Alright, we need 6 more of these, and then we need our 7s. And however many 8s we could afford reasonably. Like, luckily we have a lot of money on our hands, so we're fine on that front, I believe. Right now, actually, you know, we do have enough... Well, we might have enough money for all of this. It's a bit expensive. Swiss or Belgium? Okay, alright, there we go. And let's do this. There we go, plus 24 on the Zweihander. I think at this point the Zwei is probably going to carry us all the way through the rest of the game. More than likely. Well, we could level up our balls all that much further. I don't... Well, you know what, actually? The balls will probably be what takes over for Radagon Elden Beast, admittedly. Well, at this point, Morgat, I'm going to very well assume that you're from the lands between, my friend. Ha, 69. Nice. You know what, I am going to pop the Fire Giant Soul because I want to get a little bit of extra level up. A little bit more. I don't think that's going to afford 2 more, but if it does, cool. 1 more. Okay. Little bit of endurance because I want to get myself out of mid-roll. If I can, admittedly. That is the one problem with the Zweihander, is that it is kind of heavy. Okay. Alright, let's go do this. And take this off. Put that on, put this on. We should be fine. You're from the Netherlands? Nice! Well, that's cool, man. I believe that should do the thing that I want it to. Yes, it did. Beautiful. I think we're already set up for the late game at this point. I believe so, at least. I believe we're fine on the late game. At this point, really, it's all about just leveling up strength, getting up more strength to get kind of going for those final bits and bobs of the run. Getting a little bit more terms of runes to level up those few weapons that require it. And otherwise, I think that's really about it. We do this. Run over here. Hop the railing. Okay, yeah, that fucking ranks is pretty damn stupid. That ranks is really fucking dumb. That shouldn't have happened, and I'm not even gonna hold it. That was like, in terms of like what I could have done there, that was just wrong. That was just wrong. Worst part is like, it's not even like I'm in that hard of an area right now for Birdfuck Valley. I just did the dumbest goddamn thing possible, and that's really all that came down to. Run over here, sit right here, all my inputs are fucked up, apparently. Was that? Okay, sure, yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? That's fine. That's okay. Alright, Zwei in the offhand. Just for right now. Assassin on my gambit. Chug this. Chug this. So the thing is while you can completely stealth past those dudes, I prefer to just play it ever so slightly safer. Because, well, yeah. And like, 2 seconds worth of charging up a strong attack to murder them instantaneously? Kinda worth it, for all it's worth. Okay, can I? Yes, I can. This guy doesn't really prove much of a threat, admittedly, from all the times I've dealt with him. But it's still kind of one of those things of just, like, just deal with him to make sure that bad thing doesn't happen. Like, that guy right there, there's not really a lot you can do about him, admittedly, but, well, you do what you can. There we go. Okay. This Y will be the main weapon. Oh wait, actually, we still need the Assassin's Gambit dagger for right now. We still have one more thing to deal with here. 30k for a level up. Do I have enough to make that happen? Probably yes. But I'm gonna say no to doing it just because it's kind of, yeah, it's just extra effort, honestly. Zweihander, let's go ahead and put on... There we go. Okay. And on here, I'm going to go and put that on. And... Now, we don't really need to do that just yet. That's fine. The one thing that kind of sucks about our Malekith is that we're going to be mid-rolling, but, like, mid-rolling Malekith isn't really the worst thing in the world. It's just a little frustrating. Anyways, just casually walk down up the side here. There we go. Chug that. I think in theory we have enough, but I'm going to go ahead and just chug that just to be safe. Frag on my blade. One more chug. There we go.
Thou who approacheth destined death, I will not have it stolen again.
This is unfortunate RNG. Yeah, this is actually pretty bad RNG for the most part. Damn, that was bad. That was unfortunate RNG for shit. Yeah, I guess I should have interpreted the fact that the fight went the way that it did to be just, like, an omen, frankly. Because, like, that was just back to back to back to back to back bad RNG. So, of course, naturally, instead of him doing the one thing he normally does going into the second phase, he would fucking throw. That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. The thing is after a certain point there, maybe I should have just read the interpretation as like, you know what, maybe I just reset the scenario. That probably should have been my first, third, and fourth thought, admittedly, but I was trying to play it out, and that was pretty dumb. So. Chug this. Golden Vow. Flame. And away we go. Oh, god damn it. Fucking Malekithing. I got fucking distracted by the fact that he hit me there. And unfortunately, the fact that he... Like, if that's the kind of day we're having here with Malekith, then I guess that's the kind of day we're having with Malekith, but still. Alright, well, unfortunately with that in mind... I'm gonna probably head back to Table real quickly and buy one of those rune arcs. Kind of annoying as piss, but oh well. Like, I'm not exactly surprised. It's just unfortunate when Malekith kind of does that, when he dicks you over like that, because like there's not really a lot you can do about it per se. Is it this one? It is this one, yeah. There's ways around it for sure. But it's just unfortunate when Malekith goes that way. Admittedly, I probably should have not opened myself up for the opportunity. And instead, I probably should have just said, okay, you know what, there's a chance he totally does this here. Because if I'd just done that, then in theory he would have never gotten the chance to do that to me in the first place. Or at least I would have been further into the arena to where he could gimmick me. Because very often Malekith will do that gimmick if you walk into the arena, immediately start buffing sequences and whatnot. So there is that. I don't see myself reapplying during this boss fight, but I'll fucking chug anyways, as if though that will happen. Yeah, see, like right here, if I run in and I'm already ready for him, it goes very differently. Normally, you do this right here to him. Okay. It's a lot of meaty hits that should knock him pretty much into second phase with a stagger opportunity. Not sure if that's enough to kill or close. But it was there. Beautiful. Okay, alright. Kind of unfortunate, but you know what? You take what you can get. In Malekith's case, I wouldn't say he earned that, but like, yeah, fucking Malekith. Okay. Alrighty. Before I forget, I'm gonna... Did I really do that? Wait, is that... Hang on, is that Grace active? Please tell me that Grace is just active. Oh, Rampart. It is not. Okay, so we have to start from Capital Rim. Yeah, that's admittedly a new level of stupid. Okay, all right. Well, apparently I'm working off some stupid energy today. God damn it. That's a really fucking stupid mistake to make. Look at this shit. Fucking forgetting to activate the Grace after Malekith before teleporting. Ah. And like, the worst part is now I might have very well set myself up for some extra level shenanigans because of this. Because, normally speaking, you just never do this. You almost never, ever, ever do this. And like, now I get to see what this run is going to be like, if there's any major changes, at least. And I can pray and hope that there will be no changes. But like, who knows? Who reasonably knows? The only thing that'll be definitely guaranteed different here... Okay, alright. Alright, well, okay. It's less dangerous than I thought it was gonna be, so that's good news. I'm gonna go get this damn Grace, though. Then we're gonna go level up our balls. That was dumb. That was particularly dumb. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade our balls as much as we can. Well, since we did end up picking that Ash of War, or Lost Ash of War, I'll probably dupe the upgrade, or dupe the Ash of War for Cragblade, and just put it on the balls. Keep life easy and stupid. Alright, they're at a 19 right now. How many stones do we reasonably need? 19, we need all of them. Okay, gotcha. So we're at 7 and 8s is what we need right now. Which is quite a bit. 10 of these, and 12 of these. I know it's a lot of upgrade material to expend upon, but, like, it's just kind of worth it for what we're going to be going up against soon enough here. So, it does, in fact, pay off for a good enough reason.
We all now.
Go. Beautiful. Plus 24 on our balls. Ash of War dupe. Crag, my blade. Alright, real quickly. Zweihander gets swapped over to quality build Giant's Hunt. And this gets swapped over to a Crag blade. Make sure it was heavy. Yes, it was. Beautiful. And I think at this point, it's pretty much just leveling up, really. Like, I'm pretty confident at this point the only other thing that we can really do is just level up. Because we don't really need much of anything else. I don't know if... I'm going to try 17 and seeing if 17 is enough for light load. If 17 is enough for light load, then awesome, and I'm just going to put that last point into whatchamacallit instead. Yeah, okay, 17 was enough for light load. Cool. In that case, that's exactly what we're going to leave it at. Oh, thought the game was about to crash there. That would have been unfortunate. Alright. There we go. A little bit more to strength. Do that. Arrows are officially no longer needed at this point in the run. We already have our bleed grease, so we don't need more bleed grease at this point. We're good to go on that front. Okay. I'm going to warp into the capital here real quickly, and I'm going to actually step away for just a short minute here. And once we are back, we'll be going off to deal with Gideon Ofnir. So, for right now, enjoy our absolutely fugly character, and shouldn't take me terribly long. Alrighty, there we go. Cool. Alright, let's do this. I'll remember to pick up the rune arc along the way, just in case. Really hoping I don't need this rune arc, but, don't suck to have one extra rune arc just in case you need that. Alright. Already have one bleed grease on stock. I guess I could, just because I have the resources, make extra bleed grease. We really won't need more bleed grease after getting off near. Horaloo doesn't really need it. Not really. Horaloo is like a pretty fairly evenly matched fight for the most part, so you don't technically need it. Yet again, more reason why Horaloo is the absolute fucking goat of a boss fight. Alright, run in ever so slightly. Golden Vow. Didn't mean to do that, but sure, whatever.
You'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Marika has high hopes for us, that we continue to struggle. I know.
Okay, beautiful. Gideon packed away.
Cannot become a lord.
Back to balls.
Not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
Gideon off near the all yapping? Jesus. Okay. Alright, cool. There's Gideon. I think our Godfrey is probably going to be just fine. I want to argue that it should be absolutely just fine for the most part. No, yeah, actually, just more strength at this point, honestly. More strength, for sure. More damage, more strength, yeah. Alright, luckily with how this boss fight starts, we actually don't even need to think about our buffing sequence and where it takes place. We pretty much just do it right here at the gate, and honestly, that's all we need to do. Because luckily with how this boss fight starts off, it starts off the same way every single time, with us running towards the big man, breaking his ankles. Okay, beautiful. Same deal. Break that old man's back. Beautiful. Okay, wait, what? Wait, that's not supposed to hit? Oh, that makes me actually feel so bad. You know what, to be fair, I should have rolled. I should have rolled instead. I shouldn't have trusted the jumping. I don't know why I wouldn't have trusted the jumping, because the jumping, normally speaking, always works there. But yeah, sure, whatever you say, Godfrey. On that one, yeah, you earned it, buddy. You can fucking take a hit. If Malekith can take some cheap hits off of me, then yeah, of course Godfrey can get one earnest, totally earnest, and not BM hit. Oh well, like, it is what it is, but what it is just kind of annoying. Alright, does this. Beautiful. That probably put him on a weird cycle. Yep. Weird cycle. Oh. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I felt a jump, but apparently I was wrong. I don't understand how he's actually claiming stocks right now, but my man is claiming stocks. And it's mainly, I think, just because the stagger cycle is fucked up. Mostly because the stagger cycle was fucked up. Ironically, it might have actually gone smoother if I had just used... if I had just used whatchamacallit instead, the Zweihander instead, it might have gone smoother. It really might have. But either way, now we need the Strength Talisman, or the Faith Talisman, to do Flame Grant me. So, joy. Oh well, like it is what it is. Brag on my balls. I don't think we had any runes. Well, not anymore, at least. Did I forget how that fucking move works? I must have forgotten how that move works. Because I could... Well, to be fair, I always challenge that move. Like, 110% of the time, I challenge that move, and I don't run away from it. So yeah, admittedly, comically, I never get hit until I start getting cowardly about it, apparently. Oh well. A stock is claimed. These are stupid stocks to lose, by the way. Squeeze the chili cheese out of my bacon powder? What the fuck? Huh? Godfrey, baby, you're treating me wrong. You're treating me wrong. You're supposed to be treating me right. You're the dude, the guy. I believed in you. I'm feeling mildly betrayed right now. Like, you know, take a stock off me. Shame on me. Take a stock off too. Shame on you. Take a stock off 4. Well, now you're just fucking pissing me off. Man, fuck ass. Oh, and now he's just deciding he doesn't want to jump. Okay, sure, whatever you say, Godfrey. Yeah, exactly. Squeeze the bacon off my chili! Mr. Godfrey! Godfrey, you better fucking quit it. Out here pissing me off with that bullshit. See, like... This just annoys me at this rate. This annoys me. At best. Okay. No. No second phase. No second phase for you. You've been very bad. You've been a very bad boy. I'm not fucking appreciating it today. Alright, okay. Get the grace. We're gonna go buy a rune arc. That just felt stupid, admittedly. I guess I have a stone sword key. Maybe I could go get the turtle talisman. That could be worth it, yeah. Turtle talisman at least does provide something, so... do that. Yeah, let's go get Turtle Talisman, I guess, because that's easy enough to get, and that doesn't really cost a shit ton of time. The only other one I could technically go and get right now that might potentially be better value would be the Dancer's Charm, but that's only because Dancer's Charm is just more damage at that point, which, like... in theory could be useful, but at the same time, I'm just kind of doubtful of how useful. Oh, good. A random dragonfly is just fucking chilling it over here, and he's definitely not going to, like, randomly bite me. Stupid ass. This is probably a better use of the talisman slot anyways, so... Alright, there we go. Cool. Is this one closer to Faith Talisman? It technically is, yes. Okay, cool. Maybe that'll be the hot swap then, I guess. In theory. It could be. Either way, we technically shouldn't need it because this last rune arc is definitely not going to waste. Haha, question mark. Alright, let's do our final level up, and then we are on to our final boss. Well, boss is, I guess. Okay. Alright. So, I forget the buffing sequence here exactly, but I'm pretty confident it doesn't entirely matter. It just kind of, you go for it, you do it, and it goes well. Do that, chug, and go. Alright, primary buffs are off. And there we go! Beautiful! Our Radagon was okay. The Radagon was okay. The RNG on the Radagon was mediocre, but we handled it really, really well. And as for Elden Beast, I think Elden Beast actually went really fucking well for the most part. Like, Elden Beast pretty much was exactly what we wanted to see out of it. But either way, ended the run on 12 hits. Unfortunately, that could have been way less if my brain hadn't fucked up as much as it had when dealing with Horaloo and dealing with Malekith. It's a little unfortunate, admittedly, that we went from 2 to 12. 10 extra hits in just the span of this last little portion of the game, admittedly, but you know what? 3.5 hours, 12 hits, new total, not bad. I mean, we improved. It did, in fact, improve. So, we'll take what we can get. We will take what we can get. 112 hits. Uh-huh, yeah, right. Thank you, keyboard. Okay, cool. 12 hits, not bad. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we can say goodbye to Twink at this point. I'm wondering if there's anything we can really do to further narrow down what we're doing. to potentially further narrow down potential chances of fuck-ups. Because the thing is the early game is still kind of long, admittedly. And while our early game hasn't really been bad, per se, there's still plenty of chances for us to have, like, really bad opportunities. And I'm not sure what we could necessarily do to fix that up further. So, we'll kind of see. We'll kind of see. Either way, for right now, we're going to establish the new character tonight, but we're probably going to get, like, a little bit into the getting of items. And we're going to probably leave it at that. And that's probably going to be where we call it tonight. Let's do... Trying to think here. I'll tell you what, Randall, since you're subscribed, buddy, and you were first in chat tonight, Randall, you get to be our character of the next run here. Randall. Beautiful. Gorgeous and lovely as always. It's funny, I know how to bow cancel, and I always forget to do bow canceling when it actually matters. I should probably do more bow canceling in all seriousness, because like it is kind of really valuable for all it's worth. You know what I haven't actually checked yet? Is I wonder if you can lose your runes there. Like, I wonder, because, like, I know technically speaking it's kind of coded in the area, like, if you beat the boss, you get to keep the runes from the boss, in this case. But I don't know if it's only in that one little specific area, or if it's specifically... Because, like, I guess to be fair, now that I'm looking at the map, there is no rune pickup spot. So, I guess it would have to work that way? I guess it would have to work that way, right? All things considered, I think Balls was probably the right choice. I think Balls was actually a pretty firm choice to continue onwards. Having that little bit of extra damage on the balls, and Cragblade, Flame Grant Me, Golden Vow, all that I think actually made it so we could one cycle Morgott pretty damn easily. Well, I say pretty easily, but the reality is we could have probably gotten our shit completely cooked. Things had gone wrong with him. But I do believe the balls, I think, covered it for the most part. The bleed would still arguably be really useful. So I am questioning on whether or not it's worthy enough of it to get bleed going. But I'm gonna say I think for at least the time being, I don't really know if it's worth it. I think it's fine if we miss out on bleed. At least in terms of, like, the innate bleed on the weapon. Because there's only so many bosses I really use that against anyways. And for the most part, the majority of the bosses we dealt with, we could have probably just used the Zwei and been fine. So. Right, normally I go for that Grace over there, but I'm gonna try running it around instead this time. Because I have been going just mostly for this guy over here on the mace or the flail, killing him and then immediately getting this Grace. So I think we're going to do that instead this time and see how that goes. Alright, wait for this guy to get slightly more out of range. That should be fine, in theory. It was, in fact, fine. Beautiful. There we go. Do that, run over here, pick up this little bit of crap on the ground. The Roa fruit pickups aren't really worth a shit ton, but like early game I found, at least, they can kind of stack up enough if you get enough of them, and normally with how much running around you do, it can end up being like a free extra 2,400 to 3,000 in runes, depending on how many you pick up, or how lucky you get on the picks, so...
Then it summoned me. Ah, I bequeath. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
Pass time, go to the morning. Right over to Kenneth Heights. Go ahead and put the kukri on. Beautiful. Cool.
You there. Could you help us out, Cully?
I will not be helping you out, Cully. You know, one thing we actually haven't done a single time yet, and I'm curious if it would be reasonably helpful or worth it, is going to patches and trying to murder patches. I haven't really tried that at all yet, and I am relatively curious if murdering patches would be worth it. The problem with that I see is that patches is an NPC, and as all NPCs go, they're so fucking random and stupid on what they can do, that if it goes wrong, which it very likely could and probably will, it's gonna result in multiple hits in most cases. So I don't know if patches is worth it to try and mitigate any potential hits from Morgott. I just don't think it would be worth it in theory. Oh, of course I can't ride through there. That would be crazy. It's only just barely wide enough for me to run through. But sure, whatever you say, game. We're gonna try something a little fucking stupid here. That last rune was really, really stupid to go for, admittedly, but, like, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna say that worked out. That was still pretty stupid. That was still pretty stupid to go for, but, I mean, I got away with it, so. Cool. Beautiful. That could have been so much worse than it actually was. Yeah, no, admittedly, I just kind of got away with that scenario because, like, that rat could have absolutely packed my shit out, and I would have been powerless to that situation, so, yay me. It's roughly about right here, right there. Running up, backstab. Okay, beautiful. Now I think about it, actually probably would have been better to go up and get the Dectus half first and then come back down to do this. But I guess to be fair, it doesn't exactly matter. Because, like, as long as we get away with this scenario, it doesn't really matter. As long as we do what we need to here, we're fine. We're okay, right? That's really all it comes down to. Quick bow cancel, saves our butthole. I think, like, right there does it. Beautiful. All right. There we go. Cool. Cookbook acquired. Still kind of questionable about whether or not I actually need this, because we do get 2 bleed grace from the graveyard. So, like, in theory, we don't really need what we just picked up. I just like to get it because it technically makes me feel slightly safer. So... yeah, it really is one of those item pickups that's just kind of like, did we actually need that? But am I dumb? Did I somehow magically go super off course here? I don't know why, but I need like a full brain reset on that one because I just had like a weird I just had a brain fart, admittedly. Like, I've done this so many times before, and, like, I know what I'm doing. I just don't know how I somehow got off track. Just kind of did.
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, well, are you these? I'm hungry.
Is he selling anything, actually, that I want in this case? Because I'm not sure if we actually even need to necessarily visit this guy. I mean, he does sell the smithy stones, but, like, as I've kind of gone over a couple times here, we don't necessarily need those smithy stone spawns. We don't really need them. Because, like, we usually end up getting enough base smithy stones to make that difference up as we're going along in the early game. So it's not required. Same way that we don't really need to buy any Trinus lilies off of that guy either. It's just kind of, it's like it's nice to get them, but that's extra expense that could go into that next level up or that next weapon. we go. Beautiful. It's kind of weird. I have started to feel myself get tighter and tighter and tighter on how I play Elden Ring. As we've been improving, like, don't get me wrong, I still make some plentiful stupid as shit mistakes, admittedly, because, like, well, yeah, the goofballism doesn't just disappear overnight. But at the same time, like, I've definitely noticed that certain habits that I would otherwise have that were pretty bad have started to not, like, fully dissipate, but definitely, like, they're not appearing quite as much. I'm still kind of questioning on whether or not I'm going to try and kill the Deathrite bird that gives us the Red Feather Branch. Because you can only have the Red Feather Branch or the whatchamacallit? Red Feather Branch or the Ritual Sword, so it doesn't really make sense for me to bother with it. Is this... That's kind of really dangerous for me to go after, because... Okay, never mind, that bear didn't even trigger for me going after that, so... In theory, that's fine. Alright, surely this time I don't completely fuck up murdering Kenneth Hyde, right?
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Hyde. Goodness gracious, must.
Might wait for the runes. God, he takes a minute to die. Like, I'm so used to kicking Lotric off the fucking ledge, and usually after you kick Lotric off the ledge, the game is just like, okay, damn, fine. And then, like, 2 seconds later, you get the runes for him. No, Kenneth, they make you think about it for some weird reason. Like, Kenneth, you gotta sit there for 10 seconds almost, and be like, is he dead? Is he... Oh, nope, there's the runes. And it's like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine, yeah. This is a 6. Yes, it is. There we go. Alrighty, there we go. Cool. Third church. Let's go ahead and wrap up this side of what we need, and I guess wrap back around in Limgrave, because I do want to get that done, I think. I kind of question whether or not I actually want, what is it, Ritual Blade or Holy Blade there. It's not bad. It is a really good get. Please just get you a Maiden. Randall, buddy, I would love to get you a Maiden. I will do what I can. I hate to tell you, though, she may end up be burning at a certain point in this playthrough. And that is unfortunate. However, totally not my fault. And admittedly not your fault either, it just kind of happens. Kill wife. I promise I'm not trying to kill wife. I'm not sure if that was immediately a reference to the fucking gorilla bit of wife angry, kill wife, wife gone, sadness. So I am thinking of possibly buying this pod, admittedly, for the next cycle here. It kind of almost makes sense to me to do it. I don't think we need a lot more in terms of arrows. In fact, we didn't really use many arrows. But I'll go and buy the handful there, just to make up some difference, in case for some reason I need them. It exactly was. Nice. Awesome. It is a banger reference. It's one of those internet memes that, like, you really look at it contextually, it doesn't really make a lot of sense at all. But damn, is it funny. It is really damn funny.
Can you hear me? Help me.
Hey, Minnie, how you doing tonight, buddy? It's good seeing you. How's the run going? We just started a new one. The last run ended with a total of 12 hits. So, honestly, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I really can't complain about 12 hits for an entire run. I mean, the thing is we were at 2 hits. And, like, it's just unfortunate the hits that I did take. Because one of them was really stupid, and the other ones were, like, not stupid, but they were more avoidable than I should have let be. So, you know, one of those things. I'll get fucked. Beautiful. Skull. I think it's technically faster to just warp back over to War Masters. Because we have to finish the route anyways, so. How you doing, man? Taking good care of yourself, hopefully? Can I get up there? I think I can. Yeah, I can. A little bit of torrenting. +5, +2. Go, and I think, is there any more money here? Oh, no, actually, no. That was pretty much the extent of the... Okay, cool. Nice. Still, though, pile of money. Admittedly, that's ironically a better pile of money than we get out of the gravesite that we looted earlier, surrounded by wolves. And the wolves are hands down more dangerous. Let me get this real quickly, too. We're probably not going to be going terribly much longer in the grand scheme of things, because I've already kind of completed a run for the night, so... But we're just getting this new one established at this point. Go. I don't suppose 1,000 is enough to level up, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I'm gonna level up real quickly here. Like, it's not gonna get a lot done, but I'd like to do it now instead of in a minute or two. Because I might end up having to grace out. And I somehow managed to not level up at all while I was doing that. Beautiful. this. Hop down here. Back to Stormhill. We do need to go to Caelid soon-ish. You know, let's go do Caelid now, I guess. Caelid now. That way we just kind of get that knocked out. We have to go there kind of not really regardless, but like it's important to kind of get it done sooner than later. Just because it takes care of a lot of relatively important things. Alright, we have 2 Kukri. We might need to go to Weeping to go get more Kukri before long, but we'll kind of see. You know what would be kind of useful is if I learned what items were over here. Because if there's like a sizable rune pickup over here, these little dudes really, like, they can be scary, but they're not scary enough to be worried about. I also, in theory, wouldn't mind learning the cheese for the Knight's Cav over there. Because if we learn the cheese for the Knight's Cav, that's a lot of runes right there that we could earn. And that would be a massive boon early on. Alright, they growl. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Alright, cool. Admittedly, I don't end up selling those little items nearly as much as maybe as I should, for the amount of times that I end up picking it all up. I don't know if maybe I just need to, like, force myself to stop picking those things up. Or if I just need to, like, force myself to start actually selling them good and proper. I guess in this case, if I want to keep the OCD habit up, I should probably go for option number 2 in this case. But, like, I don't know. It is kind of just a bad habit, in all seriousness. It definitely is just kind of a bad habit. I pick up items, it's a bad habit. If I saw it on the ground, wouldn't take a pass at it. There we go. Cool. I don't know why, I was just kind of feeling like the game volume was, like, weirdly higher than usual. It could just be my own, like, headset settings, admittedly, but... Was the last run your best no-hit? Yeah, the last run was the best no-hit at this point. Of all the ones we've done so far, that was definitely the best one. Maybe something I'll probably start adding to the title in this case is also, like, what my PB is. So that way it can kind of be tracked over time. But yeah, last one was hands down the best one so far. I really haven't made use of this grace over here to the left a single time, so I think I'm gonna ignore it. Because it's essentially, like, I keep getting it, and it's not really doing shit for me. Alright, please don't notice me, please don't notice me, please don't notice me, please don't notice me. Right, just in case here, we're going to real quickly warp on the spot. Warping on the spot just basically resets the entire area in case one of those dogs did actually happen to notice me properly. And so I just reset real quickly to prevent that potential. I think this does it. Is it 1300? No, it's 1200. Okay, cool. I was right. Cool. I guess this guy does sell Lost Ashes of War. But I don't really think I need it. I don't really think I need it because we don't technically need that, really. Not yet. We don't need it for some time. And in all seriousness, we don't really need it at all. It's like a nice thing to have. It's not required, though. Got longbow. Torch in our offhand. Okay, cool. Not that it entirely matters, but I'm pretty confident if you get poisoned by an enemy, even if there's no damage associated with it outright, it does still count as a hit. And that is a mistake I actually made last time. I'm kind of mad about that. Because, like, I meant to just hop on the railing. I almost want to reset just because, like, we're what? 30 minutes in, getting that hit. Yeah, you know what, that might actually... We'll come back to it tomorrow, but I think that's going to be the reset. I think that's going to be the reset on that one, because that's fucking stupid. That was, like, particularly... Like, I know there's a safe route down to the left. And actually, you know what? I don't know why I actually even took that route, because it's not safer going that way, necessarily. We didn't get poisoned or anything, so, like, it didn't matter. So, yeah, that was kind of really stupid on my part. Alright. I think we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that. When I come back to it tomorrow, we'll come back to it and, like, try for the true run back on it, but I think for now that's just going to be the sign to go ahead and be like, you know what, I think we're good. I think we're good for the day. All right. So yeah. Anywho, folks, thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you had a wonderful time. Please take good care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your night and all that magic. And I will see you all later. As always, be sure to like the stream, because it helps out a literal ton and a half. And take good care of yourselves. I'll see you all later. And hopefully the next time we do this, we'll actually get closer to that no-hit. Hopefully. I think we will. The mistakes made, we might... Well, next time we might just take some time and dedicate it to Malekith, I guess. And we might take some time and dedicate it to Godfrey. That might be the game plan. We might just practice a couple of those bosses to just kind of force those, like, winning conditions, or try to narrow down those winning conditions. That might be the plan. We'll see. Anywho, take good care. I'll see you later.